one for the sideline. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt.
Here we go.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Well, going deep here for Taylor. It got his man complete. A big play there for the Niners. 53 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
And this is caught. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl and a long one at that, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. I thought the days of the fake extra point were numbered once they moved these kicks back to the 15. Apparently, I was mistaken.
Yeah, I was wondering who was ever going to try to do this. In fact, I quit wondering. I didn't think it would ever happen. Taking a fake from the 15-yard line to try and pick up an extra point, I didn't think anyone would ever call this.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. They go play action. Now Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Off the draw, here's Williams. And takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4. Speaking of Damian Williams, great Super Bowl, 17 carries, over 100 yards, and a touchdown on the ground. Charles, he also had one through the air. Did you think he would have that type of a game?
I wasn't sure that we would see that type of a game, but I knew he would be a part of their offense in terms of trying to break down what San Francisco does, that he would get the bulk of carries. But did I see 104 yards on the ground and a touchdown? Probably not. Did I see him catching one as well, 133 yards of total offense? Probably not. But give him his due, because now, in his postseason career, which is 6 games, 5 of them with Kansas City, 1 with Miami, he scored 11 touchdowns. Wow. So on the big stage, the big lights, he produces, and he actually won the battle between undrafted free agent running backs, because his total versus Raheem Mostert, who ran for, I believe, 58 yards and a touchdown for San Francisco, advantage Kansas City, advantage Damian Williams.
Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. Gets this one to Hill. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. 9 catches, 105 yards for Tyreek Hill in the Super Bowl, and he likely had the biggest play of the game, wouldn't you say?
I would say so. 44-yard catch on 3rd and 15. Usually you're trying to just find enough space to get over the sticks, right? Get a 16, 18-yard gain, which is difficult in and of itself. But 44 yards on 3rd and 15. San Francisco had contained him so well throughout the game, because you know what it's like with Tyreek Hill. When he catches the ball, you better surround him or he'll break a big one. Finally does it at the key point, and that starts the comeback for Kansas City. Paved the way for the first of 3 KC touchdowns in the 4th quarter.
They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And a nice pick up there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal. This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. Mahomes now to throw. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown grab, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Oh, look at the juke. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They begin the drive with Coleman. On the tackle, Tyrann Mathieu. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. To throw is Garoppolo. He can run for it, and he will. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. 2 minutes even on the clock in the first half of Super Bowl 54. A reminder, coming up at intermission, we'll get highlights of this Super Bowl from Jonathan Coachman and the crew in Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. He'll rifle this one deep. It's caught at the 10. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Dante Pettis, 64 yards. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. And now this is right in Kyle Shanahan's wheelhouse. He'll go for 2 here. And that is caught for the 2 points. And I guess that makes up for the earlier missed 2-point try here to get him to 14.
Yeah, that aggressiveness, it reminds me a lot of when basketball first adopted the 3-point shot. And people were starting to realize that 3 for 2 was really starting to work for them. In this case now, maybe the 2 for 1 is coming into play in the NFL.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7 as they come up 1st and 10. Mahomes now on 1st down. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. And what we just saw, very, very rare. We only had 5 of those in the first 50. And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. Ooh, with a juke. Uses the spin. And he'll be out of bounds well short of the goal line, so the attempt at the fake extra point unsuccessful.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them to do that?
Maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film when those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hole, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
Let's dive a little deeper into Kansas City's Super Bowl title as their offense comes back out here, CD. First title in 50 years. Last one, the 1969 season. And, of course, a lot of talk about it being Andy Reid's first title. Well-deserved for him.
And how about the way that this team wins games on offense? So much motion, so much variety. You know, anyone can touch the football and make a big play. It actually is a nod to the team that won the Super Bowl after the 69 season. There's a lot of that in that offense. And who could ever forget then head coach Hank Stram on the sidelines. 65, toss, power, trap. This could break, boys. This could break. And there's a touchdown. And in this game, you're going to hear a play called WASP. And that was the big throw on 3rd and 15 from Patrick Mahomes to Tyreek Hill. And that helped break things open for Kansas City.
Good stuff. And for Andy Reid, he had the most wins for a coach prior to getting his first Super Bowl. That victory was his 221st, no doubt his sweetest. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. On 1st down, Mahomes. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. That one goes for 24 yards.
But he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into... And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl, as his guys are back within a single score.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
Now that's the kind of return that warms the heart of a special teams coach. He'll be pushing us next time, Brandon, to make sure his guys are introduced in the starting lineups. These guys have such an influence on every game. The unsung heroes, remember, they have their own meetings, their own practice time, heck, their own spot on the bench in order to be ready to play each and every week.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Flush to his right. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 27-yard line. So we've reached halftime here in the Super Bowl. So the halftime show of the Super Bowl abbreviated, ready to go for the 2nd half. The never-tedious halftime show behind us, and now it's back to football as we get going again in Super Bowl 54. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 and make it the 40-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 1st down, you're almost in field goal position.
Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at the 40. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. A gain of 3, 2nd down. On 2nd and 7, Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this 2nd half. Instead, it's 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. So no problems moving the ball in the 1st half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive 1 of quarter 3.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop because what we witnessed in the 1st half was them getting run over, and they needed...
And look at this, it's a fake. still going. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A big breakdown defensively there on the fake punt. Turns into a huge play and a first down. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 32-yard line. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop.
And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Caught. Kelsey, left side. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? It sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. A gain there of 21 yards.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And again, he's going to be scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. And this is caught by Watkins. And he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. And great effort. Does he get burned for that in film? He fought through some tackles. End result, though, a fumble.
It's going to be one of those situations where he'll get yelled at about the fumble, but at the same time get a check mark for the extra effort. And so it's one of those tough, tricky things for coaches. You don't want to coach it out of them so much that you take away the effort. You just want them to be conscious of taking care of the football.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Now Garoppolo dancing to his left. Now he'll pull it down. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Defense.
Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards. They just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused.
And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. Trent Taylor, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They've got this big lead. They said, forget 1. We want 2. Instead, they got 0.
Unbelievable that they didn't even attempt it from the 15-yard line. What are they thinking? I do know this. When you fake one in this situation with that type of a lead, especially from the 15-yard line, oh, boy. I tell you what, meeting them again somewhere down the line, they'll remember this. Yeah, they'll think that they were trying to cloud them a little bit.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go play fake. Mahomes. This is caught by Williams.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On 2nd down, it's Williams. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And this effort won't do it. He needed to get to the 45. He's a yard or two short. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on 4th down. They'll run for it. High. And he's got the 1st down as he's up to the 45-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Stepping up, Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. To throw on 2nd and 10. Garoppolo. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. Touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin, 53 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving them up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Well, a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safety.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. DeForest Buckner with a sack, the former number 7 overall pick. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Mahomes going to throw, and this is caught by Watkins. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And Robinson with a big catch. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Demarcus Robinson 26 yards. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
Here we go.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. The clock showing 2 minutes even in what's been a memorable Super Bowl 54. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Right back to Coleman here on first down. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They go play action here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to touchdown 49ers.
Well, this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And he'll be out of bounds well short of the goal line, so the attempt at the fake extra point unsuccessful. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. On 2nd and 7, Mahomes. This is caught by Robinson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. And the San Francisco 49ers will hoist the Lombardi Trophy as Super Bowl champions. And to the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in NFL immortality.
That's pretty phenomenal right there. It actually gave me chills just to hear you say that, because immortality forever and ever. When you look in the record books, you'll see this team, you'll see their picture, that your name will be a part of it. That's got to be an incredible feeling, because it's been a long journey to get there, and now they get a chance to enjoy it.
And they end this year just how everybody wants to end the year, holding the Lombardi Trophy. What a season for them. What a ride it's been for us as well here in the booth. For Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We will see you next season right here on EA Sports.